Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down complex corporate filings into plain English, and sometimes we find some interesting shakeups lurking in the shadows. Today, we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Shuttle Pharmaceuticals Holdings, Incorporated. Now, when a company files an 8K, it usually means something significant has happened, something they need to tell the public right away. Think of it like a public company's urgent bulletin board. And this one has a pretty interesting story to tell about leadership changes and their financial implications. Before we jump in, if you are finding value in these breakdowns, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our future insights. And hey, if you want to connect with other smart investors and discuss these filings, we've got a Discord community linked in the description below. So come join us there. So the main event here happened on the 21st of November, 2025, and the filing is all about a key executive stepping down and someone else stepping into a crucial role. It is a classic case of musical chairs in the executive suite, and it often signals a shift in company strategy or a response to underlying business pressures. The company in question is Shuttle Pharmaceuticals Holdings Incorporated, ticker symbol SHIF. They are in the business of pharmaceuticals, and like many companies in this sector, they operate in a highly competitive and regulated environment. The heart of this filing is about leadership. Specifically, Timothy Lorber resigned as the Chief Financial Officer, or CFO, effective immediately on the 21st of November, 2025. Now, a CFO leaving is always a big deal. They are responsible for the company's financial health, its reporting, and its strategy around money. When one leaves, especially without much fanfare beforehand, it can raise eyebrows. However, it seems like this wasn't a completely acrimonious split. Mr. Lorber has entered into a separation agreement, and he is set to continue working part-time at half his usual salary until the 4th of December. He has also agreed to be available for consultations until February of the following year. This suggests a measured transition, perhaps to ensure a smooth handover of crucial financial information, which is always a good sign, even in a departure. And for his troubles and continued assistance, Mr. Lorber is set to receive financial compensation. He is getting a retention bonus of $20,000 right away, and another $10,000 on the 4th of December. Plus, the agreement mentions that a significant portion of his unvested stock units, specifically 39,854 of them, will vest on the 8th of February 2026, provided he fulfills his transition duties. This usually means a company is trying to incentivize an outgoing executive to leave on good terms and ensure they don't take valuable knowledge with them, or worse, become a competitor shortly after leaving. Now, who is filling those very important shoes? Taking over as the interim CFO is Christopher Cooper, who is already serving as the interim Chief Executive Officer or CEO. This means he is juggling two very high-level roles. It is not uncommon for a company to have an interim leader step into a vacant critical position, especially when they are actively searching externally for a permanent replacement. This can save time and ensure continuity, but also means Mr. Cooper will be under immense pressure, handling both the strategic direction as CEO and the critical financial oversight as CFO. Let's talk about what this means for the company's stock. Ticker SHACE, the shares are listed on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. When there are significant leadership changes, especially at the CFO level, it often leads to increased scrutiny from investors and can create short-term volatility. Investors will be watching closely to see how Mr. Cooper manages the financial reporting and future financial strategy of Shuttle Pharmaceuticals Holdings, Incorporated. The common stock itself has a very low par value at $0.00001 per S-share, which is typical for many publicly traded companies and doesn't directly indicate performance, but rather a legal accounting value. The filing also details the exhibits attached, which include the separation agreement itself. While we don't get to see the full financials in this specific 8K, which is more about current events, the fact that a CFO is leaving and a CEO is stepping in suggests that there might be underlying financial reasons or pressures that aren't immediately apparent in this document. The company is indeed an emerging growth company, as indicated by the checkmark, which means they have certain regulatory accommodations, but are also likely still in a growth phase, making stable leadership especially important. Now, looking at this from a broader perspective, the departure of a CFO can be due to many reasons: disagreements on financial strategy, health issues, personal choices, or even performance concerns. The fact that Mr. Lorber is staying on to help with the transition and receives a severance package, including accelerated stock vesting, suggests that the departure is being handled in a structured way, which is a positive sign. However, the transition itself is a potential risk. Having the interim CEO also serve as the interim CFO means a lot of responsibility is concentrated in one person. This could strain resources and attention, potentially delaying financial decisions or strategic financial planning. Investors typically prefer dedicated leadership in key roles. The company's commitment to finding a permanent CFO is crucial for long-term stability and investor confidence. In conclusion, this 8K filing from Shuttle Pharmaceuticals Holdings Incorporated signals a significant leadership change with the departure of their CFO. While the transition appears to be managed professionally, the dual role of the interim CEO as interim CFO presents potential challenges. The company's ability to navigate this period smoothly and find a strong permanent CFO will be critical for its future direction and performance. We'll be keeping a close eye on Shift to see how this plays out. What are your thoughts on this executive shuffle? Do you think having the interim CEO also step in as CFO is a smart move or a red flag? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights delivered straight to you. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord through the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.